All right, welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. We're diving into something a little different today, something most of us probably don't think about too much, but
It's definitely something.
it's something that's all around us.
Yeah.
We're talking about the supply chain,
Yes. Supply chain.
supply chain management.
So
I
fascinating.
got a great book here all about operations management. And
Oh, yeah. This one is
it's really interesting.
it really gets into the nitty-gritty.
It does. And one of the things that we noticed right away was,
I think one of the big takeaways for me, and I think maybe this is something that folks don't always think about, but there's often like conflict,
Yes.
internal conflict
Basically.
within a company,
yeah.
over how much to invest in equipment, in processes, in...
Oh, yeah, I can imagine that for sure. You get your sales team. They're like, we need this flashy new product. Let's launch it next week.
Right, exactly.
But then you got the operations people going, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wait a minute, our factory can't handle that. The warehouse is already overflowing.
Yeah, we need to totally redo everything.
We need new equipment. We need to retrain people. And it's like,
And it really comes from different departments not understanding or valuing the whole
process.
the whole process in the same way.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, it is really interesting. And, it makes me think about how important it is for companies to really understand where they fit on that supply curve. It's really all about seeing that bigger picture and how all the pieces fit together.
Totally. And I think that's something that anybody listening can probably relate to in their own job. You might be really good at your one little piece of the puzzle,
Right.
but how does that impact the entire company? How does that impact the goals?
Exact.
So really fascinating stuff there. Now, something else that surprised me in this book was that, the idea of like supply chain management, that's actually a pretty new concept.
It is. It is. It's like we were just talking about before the 80s. Companies were really internally focused. They were worried about their own operations, what was happening inside their four walls. But then you get this kind of perfect storm with globalization, with technology taking off, and companies start to realize, hey, wait a minute, our success isn't just about what we're doing. It's about our suppliers. It's about how well they're doing.
It's almost like going from your little town to realizing you're part of a whole
country,
whole global system.
Yeah, a global network.
Yeah. Yeah. And, this really hit home for me when the book was talking about car manufacturers. So apparently, get this, they only actually assemble about 12%
12%.
of a vehicle's total value.
Yeah.
The rest of it, the vast majority of the cost, is all coming from
Their suppliers.
all these suppliers all over the place.
Yeah.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
Right. I mean, think about it. That car, that shiny new car you see in the showroom, that represents so much work, It's the raw materials. It's the design of every little part. It's the logistics of getting everything
All the logistics.
to the right place at the right time. It's amazing.
It really is. And it really just drives home this one quote from the book that I loved. Value chains compete, not individual firms.
Yes. It's so true, right? I mean, it's that reminder that a company is only as good as
As its weakest link.
its weakest link. Like, you can have the best product in the world,
The best design.
the best marketing. But if your supplier is messing up, if they can't deliver on time,
Can't get the parts.
their whole operation falls apart.
It all falls apart. It makes me think of a relay race.
Oh, yeah.
You get that star runner, but
Right. The fastest
if
move.
they drop the baton,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
The whole team
The
loses.
whole team loses.
Thanks.
So, when you really break down everything we've talked about today, it's really fascinating.
Yeah.
So these internal conflicts
Oh, yeah.
often come from different departments.
Yeah.
They've got different priorities. They don't understand the big picture.
Absolutely.
And this whole idea of supply chain management, relatively new,
Yeah.
came about because the world was changing so quickly.
The world got a lot more complex.
Yeah. And then maybe the biggest takeaway is that the value of something, it doesn't come from just one company. It comes from this whole chain.
This whole chain of players, working together, sometimes maybe not even realizing they're working together.
It's pretty crazy when you think about it.
It really is. And I think for anybody listening, next time you're out there in the world, next time you're buying something, think about it. Think about all the hands that touched that product, all the steps that it took to get to you.
Yeah. Really makes you appreciate things a little bit more. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive.
It has.
Really enjoyed it. And
Thanks for having me.
we'll see you all next time for another deep dive.
See you, man.
Bye.